President Biden defending his economic plan just 18 days ahead of Election Day, saying Republicans would make the economy worse.
Today, my administration announced that this year, the deficit fell by $1.4 trillion, the largest one-year drop in American history, $1.4 trillion decline in the deficit. Let me repeat that, the largest ever decline in the federal deficit. Let me be clear, this record deficit reduction includes the cost of my student loan plan and everything else we're paying for.
ABC's Alex Prochet joins me now from Washington. So, Alex, we were listening together. We heard about President Biden speaking about that decline in the deficit. We know that is in large part to tax revenues being higher and spending on COVID being lower. So this was, in theory, a speech about the U.S. economy, but because of timing, we're so close to midterm elections. In some cases, it was more of a political speech. What's your take, Alex?
Well, absolutely, Deirdre. I think you hit the nail on the head. And, you know, I've done some traveling in the last couple of weeks from Wisconsin to Georgia to Florida. There is not a single race that I have covered where a Republican has not tried to link their Democratic opponent to the president and to inflation and to the economy. So this was very much a pushback against all of that, right? The president trying to essentially get ahead in these last 18 days ahead of this midterm election, saying that he believes that the pendulum is going to swing back Democrats' way, touting unemployment being at a 50-year low, the deficit falling to $1.4 trillion, and also gas prices being down in recent days.
Alex, picking up on what you just said about inflation, and I'm reading through the notes that I made here on the president's comments saying, keep the faith. We will get through this difficult time with inflation. Is this really the biggest boogeyman that the Democrats have going up against them for these midterm contests?
It is certainly the thing, when I talk to Republican voters, it's a thing that they bring up the most often. Inflation, the price of providing for their family as compared to a year or 2 years ago, that is number one. And so I think for a lot of these moderate voters, yes, that is probably the biggest boogeyman, right? I mean, there are a couple of other issues that Democrats kind of have going for them. They're at least able to rally people around. I mean, you think about abortion and codifying Roe, which is something that the president talked about doing in his speech in Pennsylvania yesterday. Also, you know, the student debt forgiveness is also going to be something else that kind of galvanizes young voters. But inflation continues in our polling to be issue number one, or at least 1B. And for a lot of these voters, that's going to be the make or break issue.
Alex Prochet, thank you as always. Joining us there from D.C.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.